All right, video number 2, welcome back. As you can see, I like to use the whiteboard, so it gets used a lot in the practice because I like to describe things and also sort of give you a visual image of what we're trying to do and all the different aspects of your care. So the second part of what we're talking about doing is an IV, and this is an intravenous infusion of EDTA. So it's going to be EDTA as a binding agent for heavy metals, and then we add some phospholipids in there, and those are basically natural constituents that are in the body, but it makes everything that we give after it more soluble, so it gets deeper into the cells. And then we give glutathione, which is a natural detoxifier, which pulls those toxins out of the cells and puts that into the bloodstream, and then we see that being delivered to the kidney and then into the urine. So we do a urine collection afterwards, looking for the 3 major categories of toxins. Mycotoxins or mold, environmental pollutants, anything from car exhaust, hair conditioners, detergents, pesticides, all the things that we get exposed to. And I always tell patients, most of us grew up in the 20th century, and the 20th century introduced over 200,000 new chemicals. And nobody knows what all those chemicals do, but we have learned a lot of the toxicity and the burden to the body by being exposed to these things. So that most people are aware of glyphosates, which is Roundup. Most people are aware of BPA from plastics. Okay, so BPS is not any better, but most people, or BPA free is not any better, but most people are aware of a lot of the things that we get exposed to. And then lastly, heavy metals. So I always tell people that the West Coast is very contaminated with the water because of the radioactive cesium that came from Fukushima. So we have concerns about cesium or radioactive cesium in the water. I assume it's still present because it's been 12 years since Fukushima occurred, but we still see high levels of cesium coming out of patients who eat a lot of fish. So we'll talk more about that if that actually shows up on your test. So that is the IV process. It's the intravenous chelation followed by phospholipids and glutathione that gives us then the urine collection. You take home the kit, 6 hours of urine collection. We give you the kit, we give you the instructions, and we'll tell you how to contact the lab and set up your account so that you will then be able to access these results, as will we, and that will be given to you, that information, and more detail as you go through the IV process.